Much is known, of course, of Columbus's early life, except that he was probably born in Genoa, Italy. However, his parents' heritage is unknown, which has given rise to an interesting question: was Columbus Basque? Supporting the theory, Spanish historian Fernando de Valla Lasardi argues that Columbus was from Nafara. You know what I'm saying? I'm butchering that, but roll with me. Let's bring it up.
Navarre.
Oh, Navarre. Oh, the never. Kingdom of Navarre, originally Kingdom of Pamplona, which was a Basque kingdom, occupied lands both sides of the western Pyrenees along the Atlantic Ocean between the present-day Spain and France. The medieval state took from around the city of Pamplona during the first century of the Iberian Reconquista. So we know about our Iberians. Father is a boss pirate with his uncle Admiral Guillermo Casanova. Back at Adversity known as Cologne, as you can see in the Battle of Cape St. Vincent. Let's see what happened in the battle. The Battle of Cape St. Vincent was one of the opening battles of the Anglo-Spanish War. It's part of the French Revolutionary Wars, where the British fleet under Admiral Sir John Jervis defeated a larger Spanish fleet under Admiral Don Jose Cordova y Ramos near Cape St. Vincent, Portugal. Real pirate shit. First white people win. Okay. So Christopher Columbus was definitely a Moor. Nonsense from Donald J. Marte reports that most Basque names are taken from a geographical location. In addition, Garte contends that the additions of "de" and the accent marks the Basque names of the Castilian or Spanish editions. However, some New World Basques made a personal decision to add "de" to their names. Deontay, Daquan, Dom, all that shit. Prestige or to show nobility. For a complete examination, says Garte's paper, Boss names nobility and ethnicity on the Spanish frontier. The Boss assert that their unity early during the first voyage. Columbus told his crew that they would reach land within 750 leagues of the Canary Islands. When they hadn't reached land in 800 leagues, the boss on the Santa Bria threatened to throw him overboard. Only a quick meeting of the crew and officers of all three ships to keep this from happening. It should be noted here what Bob's historian Jose Manuel Ascona pastors say of the close-knit unity of the boss. The new word, the boss, participated willingly in all of the enterprises in which their presidents was sought by the Spanish monarchy. They often acted collectively as they represented a ethnic group and were seen as such by the crown's other settlers. They frequently used Askara, their native language. Basque is unrelated to Spanish and any of the other Romance language, and indeed the language in the world. The last remaining descendants of the pre-Indo-European language of Western Europe. So this is before the white people. This is the last indigenous European language. The union nevertheless observable plant spirit demonstrated that evolved could camouflage the fact that they were often highly individualistic and competitive among themselves. Non-infrequently, they resolutely defined their established power throughout their leading roles in the dissertation, rebellions, mutinies, and various conspiracies. After making landfall October 11th in the Bahamas, Columbus grew to replenish their supplies and continue sailing the Caribbean area. Christmas Day, the Centenary became shipwrecked off the coast of present-day Haiti. The first Spanish-American established in Newark, La Navidad, is built with the remains of the Basque ship. Columbus did not set out to discover America. In fact, Columbus never set foot or saw what is now America or even North America. He set out to reach the Spice Islands by sailing directly west. Bullshit. From the second two 16 ships, Juan Iberico and Inigo de Arteria organized Columbus' second voyage in Byzantium. Juan Pedro de Loyola. Oh, the motherfucking Loyolas. Them bitch niggas. We know about them Jesuit shit. Got a motherfucking no line beeping. Casa de Loyola. As you can see, your Loyolas to present day. We gotta get them on record. House of the fuck boys. Older brother, future Saint Ignatius, outfits one of the ships, the 6 box ships in total. The 16 sail in July with many boss crewmen. Juan de la Cosa is the master of the Armada Gigante and is chosen by Columbus to be his official cartographer. A total of 1,500 men make the trip. Among the other boss on the second voyage are the following, several of whom will play prominent roles in the development of the New World: Francisco de Guerrero, Sebastian de Leon, Columbus returned to the island Hispaniola. His ships are loaded with all types of foodstuffs, seeds, plants, and domestic animals, including horses, cattle, sheep, hogs, and chickens. To maintain the colonies, he expected to establish other organisms will also make the voyage. There are in the soil of the plants that are inside of the animals. These are the type of parasites, insects, seeds, worms, fungi, and other new life forms not native to North and South America. These non-native organisms will be responsible for the permanent and major cause of the ecosystem of the New World. At the site of La Navidad, Columbus finds all burned ruins. The natives reported that several of the 39 men had left behind had killed each other in an argument, and that the Indians had killed the remainders because, among other things, the Europeans breathed gold of the native women and others, and the Columbus firsthand in the Bahamas. The islands are home to many as 80,000 native people. 10 years later, the Bahamas are uninhabited. These people killed by disease are taken to serve as slaves in the colonies. We're gonna get into that later because we got some papers, talking about where if they, because they didn't take all of them. This is just what they like to say because they were taking the land. They were taking them over there, Seville and different places. The boss were taking them and selling them as slaves. So I might maybe keep digging through all this bullshit. But I just like getting all the names up out of here. So if I see any names like Francisco Ronaldo, Rowan, okay, so we got the Mexica family. They're close to Mexico, the Mexica. And I'm in a trip among the boss in the second voyage following several whom played prominent roles in the development of the New World. Francesco de Guerrera, Sebastian de Alnalio. Okay, we went through all those names. You have the organisms, the Ve Navidad, went over the bullshit with the fake slave trade. Because they were Latinos. We're gonna go over the Latinos. I think we already did in previous videos, but if we got to step back into this shit, we will, bro. Because we got multiple pair of tennis shoes. We stay clean, so it's nothing to, get a little dirty sometimes. So let's keep it moving. Agreement that the state that Cuba is a continent. Lake Costas is positive that is not the case. Columbus remarks that Juan de la Cosa thinks that he know more than I do in the art of navigating. Columbus never believed Cuba was an island. Columbus and his two brothers were they to be arrested in 1550 due to the complaints from the colonists that they are taking to Spain in chains, where all charges are dropped. Juan de la Cosa, and the first European to see South America, surely one of the first to set foot in 1498's expedition, also includes Americo Vespucci's bitch ass from my earlier video. If y'all want to get into the naming of America or the land of the plumed serpent, you can check out me and Denar's video and a few other, you know what I'm saying, people I somehow got tied into back in the day, bruh. You know, when this shit was first got cracking, there was Moors left and right. You had no idea who was who. They good brothers here and there, you know. Some got good intentions. Some people lie to you. Some people use you, manipulate you, you know, because you are smart or knowledgeable. So they have you help them with things. Let alone, literally, you know, they got, you know what I'm saying, past engagements and prior teammates that they gotta, you know, obligations, you know, to games they gotta fulfill. You know what it is, bro. It's real street shit. But it is what it is. You feel me? It's still all love. I send my love that way to them niggas. But you know, we over here on this side. It's the American Indian side. We ride with grandma. We ride with genealogy. I'm sorry if your genealogy doesn't match your what you want it to be. You know what I mean? Sorry you didn't come back big chief or you know the biggest Indian that you want it to be. Hey, you're a bunch of black European, a little bit of Indian. It is what it is. It's pretty much what it is for everybody. In most cases, our indigenous grandmothers and grandfathers were mixing. You know, it is what it is. But let's get back to business. Hispaniola and Puerto Rico and De La Casa map. You know, the Caribbean, even Columbus. It says found in the city of Nuevo Dios, Durango, in Mexico. Durango is named after the birthplace of the Zakia. New Basque land, Nueva Vizcaya, present-day United States. So they had named northern Mexico, present-day United States, New Vizcaya, or New Basque land. So the first discoverers of America named it New Basque land. The Philippines stood in place in the route of China and lucrative trade. The Portuguese had closed Cape and Cape Good Hope to all countries. Good Hope to all countries themselves, and Spain must find the eastward passage across the Pacific, going from the Acapulco to the East Indies. Offers no difficulty. Navigators can steer into the belt of the northeast trade winds and stay there, and return east in an entirely different matter, and requires tacking back and forth in the teeth of the trade winds, taking so much time no ship of the day can carry enough provisions to survive the trip. After Magellan's discoveries of the westward passage to Asia, several attempts followed to break into the Portuguese monopoly. However, the only man who knows anything about the waters is Hernandez de Ubertea. He conquests to go along and observe the advisors of the navigators to find a way back to Mexico. Only if La Paz leads the expedition. Urdaneta is also the grandfather of Legazpi, the daughter of Yesbel. The fleet is basically a boss enterprise with boss leadership, manpower, and capital. Then the masters of another ship is Francisco Arbatia, the boatsman Esteban Rodriguez, first mate Pierre Penn, second mate of the boss include Juan Rodriguez de la Isla, Hernandez de la Ibra, Martin de Goliti, Luis de la Haya, Arnaiz de Alonso de Arnaula, Juan de Guzman, Pedro Guevarez, Juan Lecuza, Cristobal Angel, Angulo, Juano de Agari. You see all these damn Spanish names. I'm about to do this shit. Essays is getting it cracking. He wanted to fight Tupac. Shit, I want to go tap in with Top Cat, man. I'm kind of distracted right now. I'm trying to stay focused. trying to see where we going with this. Shit. That's it. We just trying to make this shit make sense, you feel me? Now they robot by they get. We're gonna get into this one later though. I'll be back, y'all. We're gonna edit this up. Matter of fact, let's just do another belly flop in here. I just wanna see. And to both fulfilled anticipation occurred through those volumes contained in the history of Don Quixote, which thought and mind urged him to read the beginning, and he finds this in the Arabic Castilian, saying that it said the Don Cristo Manincha writes by Saad Hamed Bengali, an Arab historian. I need a good deal of cleverness to hide the joy I felt when the title of the book reached my ears, moving more quickly than a silk merchant. I brought all the papers and notebooks from the boy for half a real, means eggplant, a favorite food of the Spanish Moors and Jews. So more boss. And Mr. Orlando Faciccio, in which Ronaldo's de Montalban takes the enchanted helmet of the Moorish king, Bambino and Grinaldi nod Sacroprentes and kills him in the process. Bambino would cost Sacroprentes so dearly. The great ship send such vows to the devil, Senor, replied Sancho, for they are very dangerous to your health and very damaging to your conscience. If you not tell me, if for many days we happen to run into a man armed with a helmet with will to do so, must we keep the vow to spite of so many inconveniences and discomforts, like sleeping in our clothes and sleeping in the open, of 1,000 of our acts of penitence and contained in the vow of the crazy old man Marquis of Montuna, which your grace once renewed now. It's a bunch of old weird old Spanish